items in the mail, and an explanation of what I did to the Pioneer. I started to say the Fisher. Good evening, YouTube. Here with you on a Saturday evening. I couldn't remember what day it was, but now I do. Something a little bit different than the Pioneer. It's sitting right there. I don't know if you can tell that. I guess you can't, because you can't see that way. A couple items in the mail I've received here recently. This, I don't think I mentioned it, but this is the cable and software to program the Bofang radio transceiver, the little walkie-talkie thing that Gary gave me, and that's what that's for. And that will come in handy when I try to program it. And today, this arrived. This is the little do-it-yourself frequency counter kit. It's supposed to be a crystal controlled that I got from China. And we'll put that together here one day. I've got another kit in here somewhere to build too, so always something to do here at the Shea DERB. Bill was a little disappointed that he didn't get to see any of this action photo, wherever it is, but for this Pioneer. I was doing something trying to get this thing to work, and I just wanted to basically give you the blow-by-blow of what I was doing, and I really wasn't trying to make a how-to or anything like that. But I thought, well, okay, I can run over this real quick and show you what I was doing, and maybe that'll keep Bill happy. You guys that know Bill probably know that's not true. He doesn't get happy about much. So, we love you though, Bill. Don't worry about it. So anyway, I'm going to take the other camera and kind of go through this a little bit. Show the things that I did and didn't do. So, you just hold on and we'll do that. Alright, gotta make sure I have the button pressed for recording. I do that sometimes, you know, on this camera. I forget to press that thing. Let me get my little pointy stick, if I can do that without killing myself. I say that sometimes because you guys can't see what I'm reaching around and getting to where I'm getting to. These are the, let me turn this around just a little bit and angle this down a little bit more. There we go. These are the finals that I was talking about that I put in, and I had taken each one of these out. There's 4 of them. They're all the same transistor, and they are all insulated from the the heat sink here. There was a little question about, because when I took these apart, exactly 2 of the plastic washers stayed on the transistors, and I thought, well, maybe only half of them are isolated and the other 2 are not. But turns out that the washer had come off with the big metal flat washer here, so it was just a coincidence. But this is the diode packs. There's one there, and here are the, let me see if I can get you down a little bit more, show you these. These are the 2 resistors I changed, the 470 ohm 2 watt right there. These are the temporary capacitors. These are 2200 at 50 volt. Here are the fuses that I was talking about taking out when I did some checks on that. These are 2 4 amp fuses right here, and so that's for this 25 volt plus and minus. That's, like I said, that's the main supply. The red wires coming from here are the transformer wires winding that supplies the voltage for that. So that's the AC voltage coming in on these red wires right here. This transformer, I think I showed you that. I did take that out, but it's back in now. And trying to show you something else here. This is for Bob. You all know Bob. Let me turn this around again. I'm sorry, Bob. I know it's on its side, but I just wanted to show you the speakers is the on-off power switch, and you can't see it. I don't know if you can even see down at low or not, but it says power right here. And if you turn it on at all, it goes on. Now the speakers are selected with A on the first notch, and then off is the second one, B is the second or third one, and then A plus B is the last one. And that's the one I was on when it cleared up. So I'm pretty darn sure it's this power switch that's the problem. So that's that. Let me just show you here's again that spot. I've been thinking about this spot here. Now there's a little bit of a dent there, not a dent, but a gap, or what do you want to call it. They probably could use some filling material of some kind. I don't really know what I could use, but then, you know, I'd probably be really difficult to fill that and sand it and then paint it with chrome paint. So I think I'm going to just put some chrome paint in there and be done with it. I think that's just going to be the better solution. It's not that big a deal, but it is the only real flaw in this whole faceplate is that one right there. So I've seen another one of these on eBay that they want $17 for, and it's got a broken glass, and I thought, well, if that's all it is, my glass was fine, and I was going to go ahead and buy it for the faceplate, but the faceplate on it is messed up on up here. Big gashes up here. So I guess that's what happened to the glass, but I'm not really sure. But so anyway, that's a look at the faceplate of it. Like I said, I didn't know if you even got to see. Oh, pill time. Let's see. Now here's the stereo indicator I was talking about. Didn't work right there. Now the power indicator worked, and the lights for the dial worked, but that stereo indicator did not. So I need to pull that, and that's another thing I need to do, and see if it's a blown bulb or what. I'm pretty sure that's probably what it is. I had a fairly good signal coming in with that clip lead on there, so especially the local station. So, all right, I'm going to turn it around a little bit more here and show you some stuff on the foil side. All right, here's our leads for our filter capacitor I've got out. Now I put this thing in. Now this is the negative or ground side. As you can see, there's a line running over here, and this is the one for this one here. There's two capacitors. Here's the capacitor for the 25 volt line is on this side, and this is the minus 25 over on this side. Now when I put this first one in, this one is a lot longer than this one, and the longer leads on capacitors are usually the positive side. In fact, I think always the positive side. So when I put it in there, I noticed this was common with this one. I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, that's a ground, and I must have screwed up, so I took it out. And then I realized, oh, wait a minute, this is the minus 25, so it would be put in backwards. So that made sense then, so I went ahead and put it back in. So that's that. And I think I showed you the rest of this the other day about the filling in the, I think that was one of the places I filled in, or was it? No, here it is up here. I filled this one in, and I filled this one in here. So, and now these transistor mounts here are really kind of difficult to see. Not difficult to see, but they're difficult to solder and keep those down in like they're supposed to be, because they just sort of lay against that pad there, and you really should have something holding that down, but it's difficult to do, solder too. So I got them all soldered in. Obviously they work, so they must be soldered in pretty good. And that's about it on that. The only thing I've got to do, like I said, is take that power switch out. Maybe run that over here on the other side and see if we can see that power switch. Alright, now I've got you zoomed in a little bit, quite a bit as a matter of fact. Try and see if I can show you this. This, I believe, these two wires here are the power switch, I think. Now the speaker selector switch is on this side of it here. I don't know if you can see this shaft rotating in there or not. Let me see if you can see that. Yep, you can see it. That's the speaker selector. That rotates this, what do they call these, selector switch here So that's what it turns. But I'm pretty sure this is the power switch here, because it's big black, you know. And I think it looks like, to me, I don't know about you all, but this looks like a piece of black tape. And I'm pretty sure it is. I have just now noticed that. That's funny. So this has been worked on before, I'm pretty darn sure. So I think once we get that out, and there's a fuse directly underneath that. You can see it or not. It's right down there. Yeah, I'm not even getting on it. There it is. But here's the tape I was talking about. See that tape? And then there's the fuse down here. These are the lower voltage supply. Now this is a regulated supply on this side. But I think what I've got to do is get this out here. I'm pretty sure that is the power switch. And once I get that out and cleaned or whatever, replaced, I'm not sure about replacing it, but you know, it may be able to be replaced. Who knows? Looks like even got some clear tape of some kind, of Scotch tape or something on there. I don't know if that's what that is or not. I can't really tell. It's something. You can see it moves back and forth. So I'm sure that's our problem area. And like I say, it may have been worked on before. Now I did read a thread on these on the internet, one of the hi-fi forums or something like that, that the on-off switches on these power switches, what do you want to call them, are problematic. So I think that will be in order to get that straightened out, and I'm pretty sure that's our pretty darn sure that's our problem with that. So we'll get that done. Now, moving on a little bit differently here, let's see if I can get this up. Give me a block of wood here to put it up on its like here. Right there. That's where I want it. And we're going to look in here a little bit. That we're looking at right there is our stereo light. Now, how that goes in there, I have no idea. But that's where it's located, so sure that's it. And once I figure out how to get that out, then we can check the bulb. And it connects right down here, and I can't even see that. Let's get down here. These two black wires here are it, I think. Well, one of them is. I'll take it back. Let's see, this one here is connected right here to the stereo light. The other one goes over here to where the radio portion is, and I guess that's where it gets its signal at. This black one right here is the other one. So that's like I say, that's where that's at. I'm gonna figure out how to. I think we take this light bar out here. Let me get out of the zoom. Maybe that'll help a little bit. There we go. But we get out of the light bar, which you can see the light bar here. This one here. And that whole thing comes out. There's a screw. I can see it down there. Of course, I'll have to take the other piece out. There's 50mm screws probably going to come out to get that out. But like I say, that's what we'll do. So, Bill, doing all this for you. Not really. I did want to explain this stuff because, like I said, some people want to know how you do this stuff, and that's important to them. It's important to me. So, like I said, this is where these things are at, and how you figure it out. The schematic for this, I'm going to post a link for it in the description. It's on Hi-Fi Engine, and it's a service manual. It's the complete thing, and basically what I'm using. The KU is the US version of this, and I think that's what this is. There's one difference. It shows the fuse being on this board here. Now I think if you trace it back, it probably is the same board it's on, because it goes underneath that back and it comes out there, I think. So I'm sure that's probably what it is. So alright, that should do me. Bill, I do hope that pleases you. I will try next time I do something like this to set up another camera to where I can get the meters and the actual me turning the knobs, whatever I'm doing, in the whole shot, and maybe that'll make it better for everybody. I don't know, but we'll try that and see. And for now, I think I've wasted enough of your time, and this won't be posted until the morning, so give me something to post for tomorrow. You guys, I forgot to also mention, I was out at my daughter's house today visiting her. She seems to be doing well. Sore as you know, is natural. She's got a long road to go. You know, she's getting this to recovery. It's not going to be an easy road probably for her, but she thinks it's worth it. She's already said that she had to do it over again. She would not do it. That's obviously up to whoever, you know, is getting the surgery. So, but she said it was a lot to go through. And now she may feel better about it after, they say in a few months she will probably be back to more normalized breathing and things like that. And so, you know, I better turn this pill alarm off because it's going to keep doing it every 10 minutes until I do it. So, well, I've been on here for at least 10 minutes, haven't I? No, I'm not going to make a big flapping video out of this, though. So, you guys, like I said, we had a good visit with her, and got some things decided about. Have to take Kylie Monday after school for her orthodontist visit, and that's up in Greenwood, and that will be fun. But we'll get her up there and back, and that's about it. So that's gonna do it. You guys, anybody that has any kind of experience with electronic signs, like the LED signs that you can put basic messages on, and maybe even small graphics and things like that, and you probably have all seen them. I know CVS uses them, Walgreens probably uses them, places like that, and other retailers as well. I think they got this one from Dollar General, but they was looking for some way to program it, and they have the sign, but basically that's all they have. And I think it has a COM port on it, a 9-pin COM port, and those are as old as the hills. Anybody, you know, they do make an adapter, but they were trying to get this done, and I think to get sold in time for Christmas or whatever. But so I think the number on the sign, the model number is E2000, and I believe that's all they have on it. And so anybody has any ideas about that might contact me, email, or you can leave a comment. It's no big deal. But they're kind of in a big hurry. I was supposed to go out there tomorrow and take a look at it, but the software that I did find online is no guarantee it's going to work, and they don't have a way of communicating with the sign. There's no, they don't have. There is a USB to COM port adapter. They don't have that. They don't have just a straight COM port. I was going to take one of my computers out with the COM port, and so we could try to program it, but they don't have that either. So kind of a wasted trip if I went, so I decided not to go. So you guys, like I say, if you know anything about those, like I said, the model number again is E2000, and I forget the size of it, but you know, if you got that, you should. I did find a manual for the E2000 software, and that's exactly what it is, but I can't find the E2000 software itself, just the manual. So anywho, that's about all I can tell you about that. And like I say, you guys have a wonderful evening. It's 10:16 now in the evening. So thank you very, very much for watching, and I hope this satisfies all you guys out there who wanted to know what was going on. This will sit on the bench until my capacitors arrive. They are, like I said, in Illinois, and Postal Service, I believe, has possession of them. That could mean, you know, they're going to be here tomorrow, and that could mean next week sometime. I mean, that's just, you know, the way things run with the Postal Service. You never know. But anyway, when they arrive, and hopefully by that time I'll have the stereo light working, and the power switch taken out and cleaned, and that should be looks like a pretty good chore, because it's right underneath this tuner string, and you know how I dearly love those. So, alright, guys, talk to you later. Thanks for watching. See ya.